I know where the fish is at.
Sink to the bottom.
Stanley Skidmore's dad actually showed me that trick.
So my favorite thing to watch was Bill Dance blooper.
Oh yeah.
That poor.
Oh,
I love the one where he walks around.
Yeah.
He's got his tackle box open on the back of the truck, and he starts the commercial. He walks around the back of the truck and starts talking, and he slips, and his arm goes right in that tackle box.
Oh. Yes. And then the one I like the best is he's there doing his commercial. He's got his tailgate down on his truck, and he throws that up, and the
Crushes all his rods.
2 rods are sticking out there, breaks them right in half. So how you want to do this? You're going to just slide it off over to the dock.
They fit good. They're pretty good UV protection. I am gonna find it. Not yet. A little bit more. That's probably pretty good there.
I mean, surface temperature like 85, 86 degrees.
I pulled that line out at the dang trolling motor, so you just you need to pull it out from the other side. I pulled it around underneath it. You need to pull it.
Oh, I got you.
There you go.
Ready?
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Just don't get too big a hurry. Okay, just don't get too big a hurry here. All right. Well, that'll work. Just go ahead and let it go.
Uncle Tommy, did you do the pre-sale inspection as per U.S. Coast Guard?
Where are the life jackets?
Put it right there.
Right there. There's 1, 2 of them. And then there's some more up under.
Yeah, 200 there.
Figure out which one of us is going to drown. So.
What do you mean? Huh? Oh, because there's only 2.
Yeah.
No, there's 2 under the front.
I'm a proficient swimmer
You got to have
for at least 3 or 4 minutes.
You got to have a life jacket for
Before I
everybody.
get out. Have you been up to Chris's at Topsail Beach?
I've not. He calls me every time he goes down there.
Yeah, we went up there on Friday night and stayed up there Saturday.
He's like, "You need to come to the beach one weekend with us, man." I said,
Somewhere push.
"Well, you got to invite me."
On your side, on the side next to you. There's up in there something.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be good here. I get footage of everybody getting their ass kicked by that seat.
See, I told you. Push it up. Try it again. There you go.
They
Look at the very end of it. You'll see the little button.
I told them there's a
No, it's just it's in the plastic. Now lift it up. Oh, you get them?
yeah.
All right, now sit one. Good.
All right, one of you guys will have to come back here.
Yep.
They I tried to. I told Chris, I was like, man, I was like, you need to get. It's a little bitty boat. I swear it can't be any bigger. It's probably the size of like a Zodiac, but it's got a hole, like a fiberglass hole. It looks like a little whaler. And I was like, Chris, you need to get one of these to put up here.
Yeah.
Because me and him went out on the canoes. I was like, we look like assholes paddling up around here, and these guys riding by in their $500,000 boats.
Yeah.
We're in canoes.
Washing you out with their wake.
Yeah.
I've never been on it with this much water.
Do what?
This is a whole lot of water. Usually out here, it's probably 5 or 6 feet deep.
Yeah. Right now,
Here.
I think the last time we came, the water gauge at
Yeah, it says it's 10 feet.
the water gauge at the USGS water gauge up there at Tomahawk was at like I think 3.5 or 4.
Okay.
And right now it's at 9.5. But
Yeah, 11 feet.
the reason why I wanted to go upriver today, but I stopped and looked yesterday, and I mean there's just water everywhere in the trees and all.
I probably should have brought a hat.
Who?
Me.
Well, once we get down there a ways, he'll lift up that canopy.
Oh yeah.
Maybe spend some
So,
time under it.
The last time we came down here, like I said, me and my buddy Jared, we went fishing up there, and I told him the water was too deep to catch fish up there. But he wanted to fish in South River. I did catch a nice bass, 3.5, 4 pound bass. But we left there and came down here and put in right here. Same deal, the water was at 9.5 feet. The water just was off that dock, so it's not much higher today than it was then.
Yeah.
And we came down here in this little slough where this boat sunk at, and we f***ing mopped the floor with them bitches in there. I'm talking about great big fish. You got your crickets? Yep.
Crickets, yeah, over here. Worms are over here. I'm glad.
Nah, it's normally shallow here, but I'm going slow because I know there's a bunch of sticks and limbs and here.
Yeah, this is as fast as we usually go here, but you can see the f***ing bottom as you're going,
Oh yeah.
even through the brown water.
Do I? Well, there's somebody in it.
Was it on already?
Yeah, that could be the intro. Told Uncle Tommy, whenever I make a video, the only person that I have to bleep out more than him is Ruby, Johnny's wife.
Really?
Yeah. You'd think she was from Massachusetts if you met her, Uncle Tommy. Or in the Coast Guard or the Navy. Yeah,
Uh-oh. Tree fish.
perfect.
First cast of the day.
You're gonna get picked.
Yeah, just keep yanking on it, Philip.
That was my goal, not to be the first person to hit a tree.
Yeah.
today.
Achievement unlocked. Sometimes Uncle Tommy likes to tell stories that I have to cut out of the video.
I'm not telling any stories this trip.
You're not?
Nope.
We enjoy them.
I've done and told you all the good ones.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, if you've got some new ones, let them rip.
If you guys want to hear reruns, well, not a problem. I can jump right in there.
Yeah, if you've got some new ones, we want to hear them. I know a worldly fellow like you probably hears new ones every week.
So, what do you call a...
That's pretty good.
So this 70-year-old
Phil catching the first fish. Evan up there talking junk about Philip catching the first limb.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good one too. Reel him on up. Get him up here. You're done.
What is that? A
That's
brim?
a bluegill. Yeah, brim bluegill.
Yeah. Who's Bassmaster now?
I'm taking a video of you with your first fish.
It ain't a bass.
Probably ever. Did you catch anything the other day?
No. I mean, we caught up. Well, yeah. I mean, I caught. They're just little. I did actually catch some. What Chris said they were caught.
I'll take a picture of you for Tiffany because she's going to want to see them. She went. Oh. All right, fish. He's like, ooh, that bug's hot.
It's just slippery.
Hey, Uncle Tommy, can you drop the trolling motor for a second? See, those are the size, like if we're going to eat them, those are the size we keep. That's a freaking good one right there.
Yeah.
He's probably not 3/4 of a pound, but he's close to it.
I'll reworm it before I do that.
Where?
See the bubble in the water right there in front of you?
Right here?
No, over in the shade.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
A little further. Yeah, my cousin Amy, her husband and their son-in-law came with me and
It's
Tiff
only gonna hurt for a second. Then.
last summer.
Mm-hmm.
And right up in here, he caught a bluegill that was over a pound.
Oh, wow.
I got one of these freaking cameras, man. It keeps taking pictures in the daylight, and I don't know if there's a bird flying by it or what. It's got like a 0.2 of a second shutter speed on it, but yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah, those things use like, they call it edge level filtering.
If you can,
What's that?
throw it.
It's just software built into the processor.
Okay, go ahead.
It's not even really a processor, but it's built into the
I'm trying not to go.
hardware of that
hard.
machine. And so they're because it's not that's not like a high horsepower device.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't have the processing power to really discern. And people
Yeah.
aren't gonna pay $1,500.
For a game camera, yeah.
Yeah. And that's why lots of times you end up using a lot of the other services. It bounces off of in the cloud off of a server through the internet, and then that internet, now that's a powerful piece of equipment.
These right here though, these cameras have GPS on them.
Mhm.
So I've got them registered on the website. So if somebody steals it, as soon as they power it back up, it tells me what
Tell
it's
you what's
at,
at, yeah.
and I will go get it.
Yeah.
Man, they're not-
Willing to go.
They're not as expensive as some of them, but they're still pretty expensive. They're about $149, and then the solar panel is $60. Yanked it out of his mouth, did you?
Same thing. They had too much, but probably yanked it out of his mouth.
All right, well, I'll tell you what.
I was busy doing something else, and
I'll drift back over there.
I'll throw it right in there.
Phil caught the first fish, Uncle Tommy. You know he's going to be talking shit to you.
I don't care. I'm not here. It's not a contest. Okay. What I want to know is just one question.
Yeah.
All right. And you know what the answer is, so don't try to lie about it. In the trips we've made, who has the most bass?
Oh.
Oh, well, you do.
Yeah. Okay. So. And what was I fishing for?
Bass.
Okay. And who has the most brim?
I do.
And what were you fishing for?
Brim.
Okay. Rest my case.
I'm fishing for whatever comes up out of the water.
I'm almost hoping to not catch any fish.
Really?
I just like holding the pole.
Leave it right there. Let it float under there, Philip.
Ooh, that was
Pat yourself on the back.
good. Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, if nobody else will do it, you may as well.
Yeah.
Evan said, "Oh, that was a good cast."
I think there's some turtles down there that keep eating my crickets.
Maybe you're not hooking him very well. And normally they'll stay on there better. They are harder to get to stay on. Good grief.
What was that?
Having to chunk that fish like 80 yards.
I told you it was a good cast. It's all in the wrist.
I got the GoPro turned on and everything. Philip's hung up.
I'm not hung up.
Yeah.
You don't have that much line out, Phil. Oh. Watch your head.
No. Reel up to it. Just keep reeling up. All right, now snatch it.
Need a little momentum.
There you go.
Did it make it?
Yeah. Yeah, you just reel up to it and then snatch it, because if you reel up, it takes all the whiplash out of the,
Let me see.
all the lash out of the
See if I can
line.
hit that spot again.
Yeah, I've got everything.
Yeah. You just wrapped it around that tree like 4 times.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to back up.
I parked it right in between that little thing right there. All right, where's my spear? I'm just gonna tingly this fish.
He does stuff like try to grab snakes while you're doing 40 miles an hour down the river,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I mean, he really goes all out.
3, 4.
Was it right 4 times?
Yeah, or at least right there. And
I was just
then
guesstimating.
a couple of just randoms.
Man, it is pretty out here today. Look at a blue sky against the green trees, Evan.
Like a Bob Ross painting.
Yeah.
I got a knockoff Bob Ross up there in the office.
Do you?
Yeah. Found it at a flea market.
Happy trees.
We're gonna do a little mountain here.
It's a happy little mountain.
But dude, I swear I'll start watching that show and I cannot turn it off.
Really?
Yeah. Like to the point I'm about to head up to Hobby Lobby and buy me an easel and some paint.
You get inspired. I will say this. I think Evan's beetle spin's a little bit too big.
Is what?
I think he needs to go down a size. That's a 1/4 ounce. I think he needs the 1/8 ounce like I got, and probably a white one with a red dot. If you don't have one, there's a bunch of them in the
I
top of
just
my
have a
box.
cricket. What are y'all doing?
Well, Evans, he likes casting, so he's fishing with a beetle spin, which actually is not a bad thing, because when we get in this shallower water down here, we'll probably burn them up with beetle spins. I'm going to fix. Actually, I have a cricket beetle spin that I'm going to put on, because that's what Jared and I were catching more.
Pull over here.
Yep. It's 1/4 ounce or 1/8 ounce. Yep.
Y'all are overthinking it.
No. Well, maybe. I mean, it depends on what you want
Who's
to
the only
do.
one that's caught a fish?
Fish is a f***ing idiot. How does it even know?
Because I would bite that, but it's a beetle spin.
No,
Hit your button.
I got a black one though. I'm gonna fish it a little bit. They tend to like the black ones later in the year like this, but
Like what?
black beetle spins. But I was catching them on both of them the other day. Okay, I'll fish with the black one. You fish with the white one. We'll see if it makes any difference. I mean, sometimes it does, really.
Is yours bigger than mine now?
No, I've got a 1/4 ounce. It should be the same as yours. I'm at 1/8 ounce. I'm sorry. But this is like the smallest one I'll fish with. They make them smaller.
Look at my bottom.
But this is the smallest one I'll fish with, because if he's not big enough to bite this, I don't really want him. Back in the old days, these game cameras had a flash on them. And my buddy Marshall Izell, he had a corn pile out, and he put his game camera up over it, and he had a blind set up there. And the bear tore the camera off the tree, tore the blind down, and, and I ate half the corn he had out there.
What?
He destroyed Marshall's blind and his camera. Marshall said, and see, back then you had to develop the picture. This was early game cameras where it actually had a camera in it.
Yeah.
And it had a flash. And he took the pictures and got them developed. He said, all you can see is that bear's claws in his mouth on that camera.
Who would win between a gorilla and a grizzly bear?
I'm going grizzly bear too. Well, first off, the grizzly bear outweighs the gorilla by a little bit, and secondly, I know gorillas are big and strong, but that grizzly bear, I mean, you watch videos of them.
20 freaking 3-inch claws.
Yeah, and you watch them in a park rip the door off a car.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I'm going grizzly bear all day on that. It was.
My feet were on fire.
Well, it's because you're wearing rubber boots. Should have wore flip-flops. Should have wore your rainbows from Jessica's wedding.
Yeah.
I actually took a picture of that, Evan, because it was like the first time I'd ever seen Philip wear flip-flops. They had tuxedos, but they had all the groomsmen wore flip-flop, black rainbow flip-flops. And Philip looked like he stepped in a bucket of white paint and then put his flip-flops on. Trying to get us turned around. The wind's got us blown. Hey. Oh. What you laughing at, Philip?
Just that's part of life.
Yeah.
I clipped that one right there, right on the edge.
Yeah.
Turn that GoPro off. I
Well,
don't hear my mama hears my mouth.
I'll bleep it out. Trust me, there'll be plenty of.
There's a lot of fishing YouTube videos.
Yeah, does she? Yeah. Have you seen the Star Wars micro editions?
That's stuff you wanted me to buy Owen, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
They've got the fucking AT-AT now.
Yeah. Yeah, they
They didn't have it then, but they've got it out now. They've got another series. I'm at like the part 2 of the series out.
Yeah, I'd like to have a whole room of that.
They and I was looking at the price on it. It's like almost $60.
Yeah.
And I remember when your mom bought you an AT-AT, I was like, Aunt Sam, can I get one of them for Christmas? She's like, son, I could barely afford to buy a Philip one. That thing was $60.
Yeah.
Cause $60 in 1985 money was like $1,500, you know.
Let me tell you what it was in 1968 money. When I was in the Coast Guard,
A year's worth of gas.
I cleared every 2 weeks, $42.
There we go, baby. Look at there. That's a crappie too, buddy.
Woo, buddy.
That right there is an eating size crappie too.
Let me see.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Ha, you in the boat though, buddy. Let me anchor right here.
Be their black Beetlejuice.
This is actually a white crappie.
Check that out.
That's big fish.
Somebody take my picture so I can show Tiff. I'll get Evan to do it. Here.
Ain't doing nothing else.
I'm gonna do like Tiff does. I'm gonna hold it closer to the camera so it looks bigger.
Look, I put that thing right on the bullseye. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty fish.
There's only 4 or 5 fish in one cricket,
Yeah.
right? And you caught one of them.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of silence in this part of the video since Uncle Tommy's back there being a sailor. Let's get him back in the water here. And he's gone. My hands smell like fish. How about yours, Phil?
I still smell it.
Philip is not even listening.
What'd he say?
Phillips Evans said his hands smells like.
Philip gave me that movie for my birthday one year. We were getting out of the truck at church on Sunday, on Easter Sunday. Phil and Tammy pull up right beside us. And Phil's like, I got your birthday present. Go ahead and open it. So I did, and that's what it was. Oh, Evan remembers quotes.
I've never seen it, but I remember that from the trailer.
Right, you never watched it.
Yeah.
It was like a it was pretty you felt bad for the guys.
Pretty. Ta-da!
What did he do?
You ever seen Dark Knight?
No.
Oh God, well you gotta go watch Dark Knight. It's cool.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best movies
That's one of the
ever.
best movies ever made.
Is it as good as The Matrix?
Better than that.
Better.
Me and Phil watched The Matrix at Uncle Mike's house one time, and he was
You
like,
didn't watch it. You didn't watch it.
he was like, man, this movie's awesome. I was like, man, this movie's sucks. I like Keanu Reeves, but I mean, come on.
Matrix is a good movie.
It was like, I mean, when we finished watching it, I was dumber.
You didn't watch it.
I did watch it.
You walked around.
Phil still gets sore about
I
that.
was surprised.
I knew, hey, that's a sore spot. If you talk shit about The Matrix.
And if you shit about any movie he likes, he gets Star Wars, forget about it.
Me and Philip kind of wore everybody out on that little slough right there, man.
Well. You just gotta come ready to fish. You know?
That's
You
right.
can't-
I mean,
You can't just mess around with
you got to bring your A game, right, Phil?
When I happened to drop my hook in the water where a fish happened to be and wanted to eat a cricket.
You happen to find a hungry fish.
Yeah. I had a product, I had a service he wanted and he had a need.
Yep, that's right.
All I needed was the momentary gratification of reeling them to the boat and take a picture with him. I'll give you back, you get a cricket out of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Not a bad exchange.
Look at all the Uncle Tommy's limbs he got hung up in.
I haven't seen one game warden and I spent $30 on a fishing license.
Well, I will say this too. If you
12 o'clock, 22 minutes, 28 seconds.
yeah, best thing for you to do is just go get your lifetime, cause it's nothing to it now.
Well, after this trip, I don't know if I want to go fishing again.
I know.
Somebody's talking about my sitting in the cooler, okay?
Why are we going so slow? So we can talk.
No, I'm waiting on him to get his stuff straight. I don't want to be going 30 miles an hour.
I gotta stay sharp for these fish. But I guess I would have been able to see it off of College when you go over the overpass.
Yep.
But I don't know when the overpass was put in.
See, when you were a kid, I don't even know if there was an overpass.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure when the overpass went in, but I know that I feel like Corning has always been there. But I don't know that for sure either.
I thought he was making noise because he didn't want to hear the story.
Oh.
How far are we from the Jeep here?
Maybe 3-4 miles.
How much?
We go there?
Yes, we can go there. Ooh, Philip. Especially when it's got a 60 horsepower motor on it.
Like this. I mean, we're doing 5.4 miles an hour.
A little bit faster, we'll get a little more grease in that
Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, you can feel it take off like turbo.
I know.
Evan
Why
wants to
don't I
go
do
to the
this?
confluence. Hold it right there, Philip. Let's see how good you...
Oh my god.
How are you a boat paddle?
That's all right. They're only $300 a piece. He's gonna fight against a 60 horsepower motor. See, it turns a lot better if you just let it sink a little. When it's on plane, it don't turn that good. If you back off and let it sink down some, you can get the size of the boat to help out.
Seen enough Cape Fear River, Evan, or what?
Yeah, it's good.
We can go up in that slough and fish.
Up this way?
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
So trolling motor?
Yeah, trolling motor right here. Pull it all the way to neutral in the middle. There you go.
Shut it off.
Well, actually, we might need to back up. You got to get down to put that down. But I thought you were going to throw him off the front. That motor is very sensitive.
I think I might.
Yeah, you got it.
Got another one?
You got a little one this time.
What is that?
Bluegill. It's a little one. That's a female bluegill. See how her belly's yellow?
Yeah.
That's female. The males are red.
We eating good tonight.
We sure are, because we're going to stop at a Mexican restaurant on the way home. You know.
What's Mexican restaurant?
You say that for me?
Say, look. It's 2-0.
All right.
2-0. There you go, fish.
Got you.
What'd he say?
You just gotta know how to throw it in the water.
What'd you say, Evan?
So I got him. I hear him. 2-0.
That's prime brim area over there under them branches.
You know what, though? I mean, if I was fishing with my boss, I'd probably let him win too, Evan.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
It's a big morale booster for him.
Wait, I ripped that cricket in half. Let's go get us another one. Let's get us one more.
You didn't even know how to work twice the ice until Tammy told you.
Well, neither did you.
Well, I mean, nobody told me.
Well, that's why I was warning you.
We figured it out together.
Who's caught 2 fish?
It was a team building experience. It should have been Evan over there. Who's caught 2 fish?
No, that's okay. I don't want to touch the fish.
I would like a little bit more diversity in my fishes, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
You had diversity. You had the smallest
And the biggest.
brim. And the
No, that Will's was bigger.
There's crap in there.
But as far as bluegills go, I guess I had the smallest and the biggest bluegill.
Phil Nance. Yeah, God's not going to be too happy about that. Killing all his creatures.
No, you're giving domain over animals.
that's right. And cricket.
Know your Bible, Evan, before you come at me. Just know it. You need to know it before you start talking.
I didn't even mean to offend you guys.
You ain't catching nothing?
No, I felt something was pulling on it. I bet
Was
that
it?
cricket's gone. Look.
Cricket's swimming away.
Cricket is gone.
I know where a fish is at.
Here, take that off.
Oh, you got my hook and everything.
The guide we got sucks. Glad we don't have
Hey,
to
the guide caught a fish. And at least
guide's
one.
job is to make sure
And at
his
least one.
passengers catch
Hey,
the fish.
you had
Not
a
him.
fish and you lost him. That's not my fault.
How many casts did I make today? 5,000. How many bites did I get? 2, maybe 3. Okay, what's that tell you? I've used worms. I've used 5 different kinds of lures. Okay. Okay. Crickets were supposed to be so good with fish on crickets. one that was.
I caught a fish on beetle spin. I caught the biggest fish.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about.
No, you are talking about me. You said the guide was supposed to take everybody where they could feed.
You are the guide. The guide needs to make sure that his group catch fish.
Can't believe I broke your boat.
I can believe it. Of course, I guess you did owe me one from way back when
What?
I threw that stick and busted your nose.
Oh yeah, that wasn't pretty messed up.
Yeah.
You did warn me. Better move. I remember thinking literally, like all this big wide world around me, what's the chance of that stick hitting me in the face?
There's got to be a bass in here, Uncle Tommy.
Well, we'll see in a minute. We'll just start. Well, that's made it in the ship.
But I mean, they're not in the trees. They're probably in the water.
Is that right?
Somewhere. Do what?
I'm getting on this side so I can sit down. You're just gonna have to steer through here and keep on what you're doing. You might want to slow down a little bit.
Attention passengers, this is your captain. We are approaching the loading dock. Please return all trays to the upright position and fasten seatbelts, please.
When Philip was going through those corners and stuff, all you see is over here.
Yeah.
And I said, you don't like roller coasters, do you? He said, not even a little bit.
Yeah.
And we ain't nowhere near roller coasters.
No. No.
But you got him, you scared him a couple times.
Yeah.
Well, I was fine with road driving.
I drove fine. In fact, when Will made me slow down, I don't even think I had to. But I'm not the river king.
It just makes the boat cut the water better so you can turn.
Yeah. I was looking to drift. I wanted to be skipping across that.
We don't want to throw Uncle Tommy and Evan off the front. Uncle Tommy's shirt's already ripping off of him.
You ain't got to worry about me. So, where he took us today, we usually catch fish.
Evan, why you got a towel? You like Linus? You gotta have a security blanket?
No, I was covering my feet from doing
Hey, I watched.
It's like a sock in his bedroom.
Everyone's got to have one.
Yeah, he's got a Bart Simpson shirt laying under his bed.
Evan, I'd file a complaint with the labor board if I was
I'm going to bring it up with HR tomorrow.
you. Right, now you can go faster, you just gotta do it easy.
Hammer is down.
Now the hammer is down all
You want me out or you want me to throw this rope?
Throw the rope. I got to get out and go get the truck.
Okay. Where's the keys?
In here, this box.
I dare you to throw them.
I'm not going to throw it.
I don't dare you to throw it.
I think the water's actually a little low.
It is a little bit, not
Yeah.
much. When the tide goes out, it'll lower again.